Hello and welcome to my first Nerf Superblast video. Today I'm going to showcase the Speed Blaster, which I got from the most recent Battle Pass. As you can see, I've got it to level 10. I didn't buy an upgrade to do this, I just pumped blaster points into it and got lucky opening crates, I guess. So when I first got this blaster, if we have a look at the statistics of it, I kind of initially dismissed it out of hand because, as you can see, there's only 6,000 hit points at level 10, which is ludicrously low. And I thought, well, I'm just going to end up dying all the time. So what's the point in using it? Now, if you compare it to the other blasters I use, I think this is level 11. This one, look, over double the hit points. The Mastodon, excellent weapon, 14,000. And 3, another excellent blaster, again, 14,000. So I just kind of didn't really bother to use it, but I've discovered what I think is quite an inventive way to use this blaster. So again, if we look at it, you can see it's a attack type blaster, so comes with the territory of having low hit points. If we look at some of the other attack blasters, like the Shell Strike, for example, and the Amp, the idea is that you're supposed to just kind of run in, kill, but not survive very long. However, two things caught my attention about the Speed Blaster, which made me look at it again. First thing, if we go back to the statistics, is look at the auto shoot range, 49 meters. That is really, really, really far. So if you compare that to things like the Echo, I think this is like 35. The Mastodon, I think this is 32. Even the Retaliator, which you would normally use as a sort of pseudo sniper class because of how slow it is, that's got 43 meters. So the speed has them all beat. So, and it's unusual because if you look at something like the Amp, I think this has got like maybe 25 or something. 31. That's not bad actually. The Shell Strike, this is 9, although bear in mind it's not upgraded, it's still like ludicrously short. The Warden, again not upgraded, 20 meters. So yeah, the only ones that kind of have a greater range are things like actual sniper classes, actual camp classes. This has got 69 meters. I think the Eagle Point, if I remember correctly, about 65. However, as you'll see in the gameplay footage, it doesn't really matter. 49 meters is more than adequate. So yeah, that was the first thing that caught my attention. Really long range. And then the other thing is this: the Nerf Power Super Speed. Every 5 seconds, your speed increases. Again, initially I thought, well, I'm not going to be alive long enough for that to matter because it's an attack blaster. You're going to run in. You've got 6,000 hit points. You're going to die quickly. I've been one-shotted with this blaster many, many times. So I decided to try and use it more like a sniper class rather than an attack class because of the range. So the idea being that if I fight at a distance, I should, in theory, stay alive long enough for this to kick in a few times. Now, you start off at 18 movement speed, which is high, but it very, very quickly gets out of hand. And as far as I can tell, I don't think there's a cap on it. It doesn't say there's a cap on it. And as you'll see in some of the videos, it does get pretty bonkers. So the idea is that you want to use it from far away, and on maps where you can move around a lot, you can take advantage of that speed, because once it builds up a few times, you can move quick enough that you're just dodging most of the darts. And as you'll see in the video, a lot of the times when I get tagged, it's because I've been caught on a piece of scenery or something. But because of the ludicrous attack and movement speed, you want to avoid maps with a lot of water hazards. So I don't use it in the dungeon, it's not very good there. And I don't really use it on Old Town either, because again, there's too many like bridges and things. You don't have the ability to just strafe left and right, which is what you really need. So because of this, my loadout comes with 2 blasters that absolutely excel in those arenas: the Echo on a heal build and the Mega Mastodon. When this power activates, the blaster kind of glows red, so it lets you know. So for that reason, I tend to use the this skin, because then it's really obvious it's happened, and it also looks cool. So I got that out of the battle pass as well. So I'll show you the video footage I've taken, and hopefully you'll think twice about this blaster. Okay, first battle. This is the Ancient Ground, ideal place to use it. So you can see straight away there, I've emptied the clip in it and killed the guy before he got near me. But as you can see, one hit and half my health's gone. Still, we've got the movement speed increasing now, so you see how I'm like constantly trying to move away from my opponents. Yeah, it's getting fast. There's the red glow. Unfortunately, on a build like this, you are very susceptible to, close range damage and damage over time. It's the reason I use the shield. It comes in clutch. As you can see though, get hit with Rex damage and it takes me out. There's nothing I can do about that. Okay, so because we're playing as a kind of sniper support class rather than the attack class, what we really want to be doing is just laying down a lot of damage. So as you can see there, I'm just doing plenty of damage. It's not so much about getting tags in this role, it's just about weakening the opponents. Because we're fighting at a distance, we might not get the final hit. You can't exactly chase people down if they run away. It's too dangerous. So you let your teammates take quite a few of the tags. They're also going to be the ones up in the midst of battle, so hopefully they'll be drawing fire as well. But as you can see, I keep strafing left and right, just to try and avoid getting hit. No one's got close to me yet. Someone did fire a Nerf nade at us, but thankfully we had the shield up. So you can just see how fast I'm moving now. Another thing I didn't really mention about this blaster, but you probably noticed, is it's just got a very quick reload time, which helps. Snipers don't tend to have that, although the Eagle Point does have a really nice auto reload power once it levels up. And so there you go, didn't die once. And then as you'll see in a moment, yeah, top player, that tends to happen when I'm using this blaster well. But look at that, 93,000 damage. I got 4 tags, but 93,000 damage is fantastic. Okay, now we get to see it on the classic sniper map, the duel. This is one where you've got the high ground and you've got a big long open distance, perfect for snipers. So you can see, yeah, you can just stand here, letting your speed build up. You can hit at a distance. And then of course, anyone who's played a support role on this map will know, you die when the enemy comes up the stairs to take you out. So as I notice someone approaching, I jump down and then I can use my speed to evade. So you could see he was up there, but I had already got out the way. I did die, unfortunately. You see that close combat, one hit, dead. On the duel, I've had quite a bit of success, just running over to the other side of the field as well if all 3 opponents end up on your side. So this is probably my favourite, or one of my favourite maps to use this blaster on. Plenty of room for strafing. The water's very easy to avoid. Worst thing that can happen is sometimes you get caught in a tree or a pillar. Okay, we've now built up quite a bit of speed, and as you can see, like, we're just getting a lot of damage downfield, strafing left and right constantly to try and avoid getting hit, and using that shield when we feel threatened, like that moment there. It's definitely saved us from getting tagged. Love the big guys when I'm using this as well. You can hit them from so far away. Got very lucky there. It could have killed me before that shield went down, but thankfully it went down in time and we took him out. It quite commonly happens where I'm running around on basically no health at all, like one hit's going to kill me, like it did then with the sniper of all things as well. But as you can see, I may have died, but we still won the match. And once again, we pushed out a lot of damage, 95,000. It's just so much higher than when I'm using other blasters. You know, I feel like if you get 45 to 50,000 in a match with like the Echo, you've done really well. So I'm now... Okay, here's some footage from a game where I feel like I used the evasion maneuvers quite well, so I just wanted to showcase these. And again, really pumping out high damage in the support role. So you can see at the beginning, straight into long range battle. You can see the red-orange glow on the blaster, meaning that you're speeding up. Trying to stay away from everybody, really use this arena to the best of my abilities. There's plenty of places to take cover, there's plenty of places where you can strafe. So here they're a little bit close for comfort, so you can see I back away to the corner of the map. And you see how I'm just like jumping in and out of cover, just trying to take little pop shots, work down HP without taking hits or minimal hits. You can see this guy here only needs one shot, nice and easy. And then again we're back to fighting at distance now. So I'm standing still here, but I've activated my shield, which protects me. Standing still, obviously you can aim a bit better, but your evasion goes out the window. So you can see we're absolutely like pumping damage out here. We're winning at this point. We're up by 6 tags. Our team just caught up. So 7 tags up now. So you can see they're coming down that side, so I move away to the other end of the map so that I can continue to fight at a distance. Coming in to support my teammates. So we only need 1 tag now, so this game should be in the bag. However, as you can see, my opponents run in, get themselves tagged. So now I'm just desperately trying to put damage down, but all 3 are coming, so again I retreat to the back of the map. And again, we just need that 1 tag. No one's near death, so I'm just trying to deal out damage and hoping that my my teammates can come in clutch here. But as you can see, unfortunately they get themselves tagged again. Still took the top player though, and then as you can see here, look, I did 150,000 damage and got 7 tags. It just goes to show you can't do it all yourself, no matter how well you play. Okay, so now I'm going to show the 2 maps that I don't use this blaster on, generally, and try to show why. So Old Town, sorry. So you can see the first thing I do is immediately fall back. Normally on this map, you want to be kind of in the middle, you want to be fighting up close, in close quarters. Just can't do that and expect to do well with this blaster. So I fall back, I'm trying to take snipe shots as I can. As you can see though, there's a lot more obstacles in the way. So again, I'm just staying in this area. I'm trying to avoid the bridges, because if I strafe on the bridges, especially at the speeds I'm reaching, chances are I'm going to end up in the water and just tag myself. So I'm really just looking for those long distance tags. Generally, I wouldn't hide out in the sniper tower, because you miss out on most of the action. You don't do anything for your team. So you can see there I got tagged really quickly, and then I come back in with the Echo, which is what I would normally use to start on this map. So you can see the amount of damage I've taken already. I'd be dead if I'd have spawned in with the speed blaster because of this close quarter combat, but because of the healing ability of the Echo coupled with my healing power card, I've managed to stay alive, and you know, I'm getting tags and dealing damage. So now someone's behind me, so I run up here, turn around while I reload, and then boom, we managed to finish. So again, like I didn't get to really utilise the blaster to the best of the ability. Still managed to pump out a lot of damage though, only 2 tags, but that's par for the course. And now we'll look at the dungeon. Okay, so this map is absolutely littered with small water hazards and other types of hazards. So for this reason, I wouldn't normally use this blaster, but for this map, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run to the teleporter and teleport to the middle tower. This way I've got some elevation and I've got something to hide behind, and I'm away from the hazards. So I'm just hoping to pick people off at a distance. I do manage it quite successfully, and as you'll see in this match, the speed on this blaster gets really, really out of hand to the point where I'm struggling to control the thing. So at the moment, I'm just using that central pillar as cover, and I'm just trying to pick people off. Having some success as well, to be fair. You know, I am doing damage and getting tags. So you see this guy here, I damage him down and then he runs away. So normally I would rely on someone else to tag him, but because I've got the shield up and a lot of speed, I can activate the shield, run in, tag him, and then run away before the shield runs out. I should have reloaded, didn't. But again, I'm using that speed to my ability to just kind of take them out. This close quarter combat's dangerous. You see I keep retreating because I'm worried about getting tagged. Now that the speed is going nuts, as you can see now. This footage isn't sped up. You can see by the clock, you can hear the music in the background. This is the actual footage, but I was so disorientated, I didn't know where I was going. I was really worried I was going to run into the water. So I was trying to maneuver as little as possible. Fortunately, we won, because I'm not sure what would happen if that had carried on much longer. And as you'll see again, so I did really well. I got 100,000 damage, I got 5 tags. But it is not suited to that environment. This is, I'd say, an exception to the rule rather than the rule itself. I'm going to leave you with some footage of me awkwardly running into objects and getting myself damaged and tagged. Because that's what happens if you can't keep moving. So as you can tell, I'm not really much of a video maker. I don't have the technical skills of anything. I'm just doing this with my iPad with its little video maker. And the only reason I actually made this video in the first place is because there's not really much content for this game out there at all. I started playing the game recently, about a year into the game's existence, went looking for content, couldn't find it. So I just figured I'd put some out there, and that way if anybody is looking for it, they can find something. So if you're watching this video, which is quite unlikely, and you like the content and you'd like me to do another one, please just leave a comment and let me know, because even if like one person's watching it, I will make videos, but there's obviously no point making videos for a dead game nobody watches.